anything super exciting. Isn't anything to be pumped about in any way.
No, not at all.
A 25%? Yeah, maps. It's not great.
No, not great for Astralis.
But new lineup, you know? New lineup. Maybe it's going to be new things.
Yeah, definitely so. So let's get into the pistol round. Straight away into the action, we have got ourselves plenty of utility here for Demon. He's a player that we've been keeping eyes on. Had a bit of a quieter game yesterday, so we're excited to see if he's going to be able to get back to some solid form. Astralis starting on the CT side, and already we see some movement for FUT Esports into middle.
Well, they've got control basically for free. Astralis not wanting to challenge during the pistol round. Molotov to the B bomb site, showing a B hit. It's pulling the rotations. It's all a fake though, and Launk's coming up connector. Oh, Jugs has the opening. Fuzi's got it all to do.
Oh, damn, he does very well to get a second kill. Looked like he was teeing himself up for a third there, but that bomb plant going to be security. Post plant now set up with FUT Esports with a 3v3.
Oh, 3v3. You need a clear CT spawn. Stairs going to hold them at bay, keep them funneled into the bomb site, keep them trapped, and now they're going to push into his position.
Well, stay with another headshot. Now, Demon has just arrived towards ramp. Krabeni fighting out towards the CT spawn. In the meantime, Demon's found some success, putting Hoopsy in a 1v2, and Demon delivers at the right time.
And they're all getting loud.
Yeah, they're all getting loud now. It's not just Lounks, it's everyone screaming across the other way.
He's like, guys, Twitch chat is destroying me. Could someone else start screaming with me, please? I can't be the only one.
Yeah, we've seen Juke yesterday doing a little bit as well. But fantastic work coming out of FUT in a nice recovery there, that pistol round. Astralis are going to have to eco coming into round 2. Cool
to see Demon with a good impact there as well. He was someone that we've kept our eyes on every time we've seen FUT play. Came into this event as their top-rated player. He had a brilliant CT side Mirage in their opening series. But other than that, it was a little bit quiet, but we know he's got the skills.
Krabeni. Oh, that's not what he was hoping for. Getting caught by the USP, a second USP kill. And a third frag into an AK-47. All of a sudden, Astralis have the advantage. Oh my god, Stare is doing them dirty. It's now Demon having to win a 1v3, otherwise they're about to get ecoed.
And keep in mind, it was a full USP round that ruined their series against G2 yesterday that caused them to lose it. And it's another full USP conversion.
Holy shit, it sounds like a graveyard, guys. Come on.
we're all having fun with it. We're all having a good time.
Getting ecoed. Again. God, come on. How's this happen? Well, a nice old try. But Astralis, even with USP, he's able to come out on top of the round, which stared us. Some great work there, though. Just picking up weapons off the ground, getting a go with everything. FUT Esports now ready to go in towards the A site. I mean, needless to say, those anti-ecos need to be worked on, Jason. Quite a bit.
Yeah, it's probably, you know, they probably had a pretty big conversation after the G2 game.
Yeah, round 2 of the next game.
All right, well, there's the opening kill. Bomb plant being put down. Everyone being a distraction to make sure that bonus money does come in, and it will. But from here, it should be all Astralis. Now, we talked about ooh, hold on. Opera covered for Symmetry. Let's see what he's got. Barraging nades into his position. He's got to step forward. Behind him, Demon's Deagle has to be a miracle worker, and it won't be. So the op is going to hit the deck eventually. Not if, but when.
Yeah, there it is, straight away. But a bomb plant coming in for FUT Esports, not able to keep this back and forth going, which is actually what they had against Furia at this kickoff stage 2. We've seen a very back and forth nature with his force buys going back and forth, and then that was all that Furia really won. So we know FUT Esports can sometimes have scrappy beginnings to these games.
Yeah, they can, for sure. We'll see if they can lock in at some point. We talked about some of the positives of FUT and what I'd seen out of them. I think Astralis in the game that they played just the other day against Paravision. One thing I noticed, the CT side, it felt like Hooksy had a very good game plan, a very good knowledge and understanding that he passed on to the team of how to approach the different scenarios against Paravision. I really liked that game planning that he had for it. So pumped to see how well this CT side can play now that they've regained economic advantage with that round 2 victory.
I'm just letting the dust settle here on Mirage.
I like Krabeni a lot, actually. Yeah. Early returns.
Yeah.
After 2-3 games of watching these guys, I like Krabeni.
Because not only is he the caller, but he's just very skilled individually speaking.
He's also like that new age of IGL that like takes, you know, what quote unquote would be some star positions at different eras of Counter-Strike and just uses them as like information gathering, uses them just to be a nuisance, to be the guy who just is very disruptive, like that kind of game style as your IGL. And he's been doing it very, very well, especially on Mirage. We'll see it in the second half when he's on CT.
Yeah, now the question I have about an in-game leader like that is, would he be able to go to a team full of stars and make it work, or does he need kind of a more balanced team around him?
That's part of the evolution, I think, of being an IGL is, you know, at this stage in your career, you're not playing with those, you know, hardcore superstar players who demand a lot, who have the ego, who want, you know, want the things that they want. So you haven't really had to learn that skill set yet. It's something you can adapt. But yeah, I mean, it's a good question because we see struggles with it, right? Like that was the kind of the conversation between Shuhei and Exertion, who's going to be playing the playmaking positions.
And now Shuhei and Team Liquid as well.
Yeah, same kind of a conversation there. So yeah, some players, you know, butt into it a little bit more, but I think, you know, some in-game leaders have shown it can be a great benefit as well. Apex is another IGL in that fashion.
Well, interesting. I'm sure Krabeni is going to get, you know, if these results keep up, I'm sure he's going to get some great offers towards the end of the year. I mean, it's not, you know, being an in-game leader is one of the hottest prospects you can be at right now. If you're
got a lot of career longevity.
Yeah, a lot of upside. Alright, commitment into the B site. Attempt at least some jukes. He's going to be stopped. Lounge, okay. A flurry of frags inside the middle. That's 3 quick ones, and Demon also getting involved elsewhere on the map. So it's just Ryu left alone now, and he's going to fall to Lounge. So no noise, no screams. Just, that was easy.
We're turning a new leaf, you know?
Yeah.
New Lounge.
A new Lounge. Maybe it's just a little bit too easy for him. Maybe it didn't warrant the scream. Amazing work out of him, at least.
Yeah, middle of the map, and I mean that's just Astralis trying to execute a crunch and just getting beat. Well done from Lonks holding this position. 2-3. Next gun round underway. Op in the hands of Symmetry. Same with Fuzi. And this time, FUT's not going to commit to taking control of those top mid boxes, not until the Molotov fades. Damn, Astralis has taken a ton of damage early.
Okay. A lot.
Yeah, Hooksy takes tons out of 20 HP, Stairs at 36, Yabby's at 56. So everyone's taking this damage and just like very slightly backed off their position, which now opens up the map so much for FUT. So really good advantage found around the minute and 10-second mark for this offense. And committing into this B-bomb site play. Nobody even aware.
Oh, Laux is just killing everything, really, wherever he goes, wherever he desires. Finally put on the ground by Yabby, but then he just has layers of teammates that come in on the follow-up. And Astralis, all that early damage ends up in a resounding defeat, and we have to see them go and save the other two.
Yeah, that's very comprehensive. But I mean, I think if you pause that kind of mini map at 1 minute and 10 seconds, and you just look at where everyone's placed on the map, it's like FUT has every single pressure point, every single piece of leverage. Had forced Hooksy on the defense away from Van to the back of the bomb site. Had gotten up short. None of the defense was anywhere nearby to have information, to have any kind of harassment or slowdown, and just clean lanes for FUT and Krabeni as they tie things up at 3. Now he's loud.
Sure is.
Moved his mic,
I like,
though.
you know, respectful to his own teammates.
Moved his mic, though. You have to appreciate it. Timeout is called. This one by Astralis. Hooksy wants a few words. Couple saved rifles, a pair of M4s. Money's not in a happy place. You could see with 4,000, Yabby and Hooksy can both buy up. Fuzi would be limited, although Stair can drop him as well. So, I mean, they should have a 5 M4 buy here. A chance to fight back into things. How much emphasis do they put on the op? On resources? Do they want to wait one out still early on in the half? But middle of the map is starting to hurt. You had the Lonks, quad kill round. Now you have FUT gaining control of middle, doing tons of damage and using that as a launching ground to split the B bomb site from short as well. I think Astralis, the conversation during that timeout is like, okay, we have these 2 M4s, save some weapons, let's get some money back, let's get some nades back, maybe get the op in Fuzi's hands, and let's start talking about how we can delay and slow down mid and put a stop to this.
comes to push up. Hoaxy walking right into the AK, and Laux will take both away. So no problem handling a little bit of aggression. And FUT Esports put into a 5v3 that should be very easy to convert into a 4-3 scoreline.
Yeah, smart read of the round for Krabeni, just to tell everyone to be way, way more passive than we've seen from them this half. Everyone wait. Everyone chill probably till the minute mark. Just hold your angles, hold your spots, make sure nobody pushes in. We'll see where the dust lies. Lies in a 5-on-3 at the moment. And FUT is still spread across the map, so they're going to be happy to slow play this round, give a chance for Jugs to go searching. And he's found his kill.
Goes out again and finds another one.
Flawless so far. Not a point of damage taken.
Building money, looking comfortable.
I mean,
it's what you want to see from the Mirage.
It's against Deagles and not USP, so it makes complete sense.
Yeah, true. If it was USPs, we'd be looking at a 4-3 scoreline in favor of Astralis.
Yeah, if it was USPs, it'd be a lot more difficult. So Yabby's going to keep this Deagle chilling. Mostly concerned about having the armor and the cheap upgrade he can get in the next round. FUT might be trying to hunt him, thinking maybe he has a weapon from previously. Now they've spotted him out over towards short. Still no damage being taken by the FUT team, and it will not at the end of the day. Flawless victory, all players with 100 HP, and a one-round lead.
I'm talking about Hoaxy. Not sure what they're saying, but
we know it's about Hoaxy.
Yeah. I think there's like 2 games going on right now. There's a Counter-Strike game, and then there's the Trash Talk game. Yelling across the way to each other.
I still think Hoaxy's up a point, though.
No, that was good.
He actually had a line of Trash Talk.
No, that was way better, yeah. Not that you can probably hear the line, but for us it was enjoyable.
They heard it. They were laughing. Aggressive stance from Fuzi's off. Dropped an M4 down into the underpass. The AWP playing on top of it in tandem. But with the timing, with nobody appearing, they're going to give it up because A is being attacked. Full execute set piece.
Ryu from the sandwich tries to flick up to Palace as well, but that's going to be Fuzi's job. Great trade over the top of the smoke into Palace on Jugs. So 4v3 Astralis off the back of the early engagements, keep extending upon them. Stair and Hoaxy work together, and that is a big old shutdown. Look at that. He's like, yeah, silence.
Yeah.
I love this.
Well, completely destroyed. No success on the initial thrust in that attack into the A bomb sites. It didn't open up any avenues for Krabeni on the flank. That kill through the smoke from Fuzi. You can see once his teammates are going down, Krabeni has to make the play earlier than he probably would have wanted to. It's all good. They had plenty of cash, and they still got more money behind this buy. So AK-47s are back out. They want to be aggressive. Nades streaming in towards Khan, so Fuzi tucks himself into the corner, but maintains position for the moment. Astralis don't want to give up middle without any kind of a fight.
A slow walk up through Catwalk. You're going to have Krabeni already having a pretty powerful position, and he's going to take the fight and make it even better as he wins it against Stair. That opens up a lot of pressure now on this B bomb site as Hoaxy is having to sort of backtrack. He's looking for this isolated angle towards the window, and then he gets the fight he's looking for. He just can't actually fight in it because Juke just annihilates him and rips open the defenses. So for Astralis, you haven't got much money here. So back away, save that Fuzi AWP. Whether or not that's going to be allowed is a whole other question because Laux is now coming over on that hunt quite quickly.
Yeah, he called it out to his teammates. He heard the footstep of the Opera running away. So he's saying they're already on the save. Everybody start moving. You can see the dots on the mini-map. But good call from Astralis. They've got themselves tucked in towards Palace. A really strong position to hold against any kind of a hunt. So we should see them get out of here with these 3 rifles, including the AWP. And there's money for a rebuy in the next round for Astralis, so they got to come right back in. But still, FUT doing very, very well. Krabeni was able to see that flash coming over towards short, turned from it in time, and Stair couldn't get anything done. Laux on the hunt for this AWP. No repeat from Fuzi. Wisely, just leave Yabby out in the open. There it is. New angle. Drops the AK-47, but it's all good. 5-4 in the favor of FUT. This is another thing about this FUT team too, is like it's a pretty solid, you know, roster all the way down, top to bottom. All 5 players contribute.
Yeah, there wasn't really like an obvious weak link that you would just upgrade if you could. Yeah, it's just a solid team across the board. And mid has been a priority for them quite often in terms of their catwalk takes have been really solid. Krebeni is always involved in those, and I see in the reaction from Astralis is some pressure going into ramp.
Yeah, this will be a pinch on the A bomb site, but the X factor is if Ryu and Yabi can get some safety at ramp. Unfortunately, Stairs rotated away, so they're going to turn the corner. Back's turned, not the easiest kill, but I mean, there's no chance it was ever going to get responded upon. Yabi's known about. Okay, nice timing hit, nice split, and Krebeni's just got Astralis on a string. I like this calling. Are you going to be able to get? Are you actually going to go for this? Fuzi's still waiting around with the op as if the M4 would create the chance, but I think they've just got to back away.
Yeah, they are just slipping away. They're just toying with him now. 6 rounds on the T side.
I mean, just look at the change of the point of the attack, attacking the same bomb site from a different direction. So you're getting a little bit of misdirection. You're getting pace changes. You're getting both bomb sites are being utilized and pressured. You're able to take mid whenever you want. Krebeni's actually, I mean, dude, he set this half up so well from a strategic point of view.
He's gonna be feeling good about himself.
Rounds like this are the payoff, where it's just like, yep, this tactic worked perfectly, exactly as we designed it.
Looking to keep it up. I mean, we highlighted coming into this game that Mirage is likely to be a strong map for FUT.
It's a nice little home map for FUT. It's a very weak map for Astralis.
Exactly.
It works out in their favor as the opening map in the series.
So I think in this context, you got to really look at it as a BO3. You know, overpass nuke is the other maps available. We'll see how much of a fight Astralis can put up on this first map, but we are anticipating a FUT esports win here. And Krebeni, he just charges straight and down into middle. It's Stair to go down first. Ryu with an important trade.
Yeah, but this doesn't matter. The play is all towards the A bomb site. It's already been overrun. Krebeni, that 1-for-1 is exactly what he wanted. Yep. And the fact his teammate gets to survive and fall all the way back, that might have been too much. That might have been an overextension out of Jukes.
Well, let's see if it comes back to bite them, right? With that bomb is already planted. At 3v4, Astralis do have the player advantage coming into the retake.
2 kits as well and 4 smokes.
Rotating back over to Palace. He wants to get there into the late part of the round. Doesn't want to be caught lurking elsewhere. And that kill from Symmetry is actually able to pull this right back into a 3v3. So Astralis deploying their smokes into the sites, covering that site in a cloud cover, and Demon just gonna wait. Here's that tap on the defuse. Who's actually taking Symmetry down, and they're all worried about that defuse happening, but it's not. The kills do come in, and now the defuse will happen. Chaotic inside of those smokes, inside of that post plant, and the Astralis come out on top of it. So they had that round, Jason. They kind of just give it right back over it.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about all the time in Mirage. It's like the strength and weakness of those A hits is you get in, as we saw, so emphatically, so quickly, so dominantly, and you get good positions, but you've used all your utility to get in. So in the retake, the CTs actually have the advantage. Smoke down on the bomb, Molotov down where an Opper would like to play. Plant's not for the Opper as well, so he's got to overextend to get involved in the action. Well-crafted retake from Astralis to pull it out of the bag and keep things close within 1.
Well, here comes the charge into the B bomb site. I think the Hooksy waiting down in the middle of B. He's got that first pick. Demon able to respond quite swiftly. Hooksy just still waiting for the next move, and it doesn't come to him, so he goes and he takes that peek while they're distracted, and Hooksy doing very well until finally cleared out by Demon. He really wants another one in towards Market.
Yeah, Demon's gonna have to plant the bomb. Symmetry's pretty committed with this AWP just to help secure the bomb site. I'm surprised it took him this long to get the plant. They didn't realize Hooksy was still alive, so never cleared him out. That's a good shot with the up, and we have a 2-on-2, but that flank is coming in hot, and that's Stair.
Yeah, the flank is the winning piece here if he can make it happen. Stair trying to come out of the balcony. Can't really. Oh, he's found the perfect angle now. Symmetry gets caught at short, and now Demon is in a tough spot. He's got to deal with the fight through Market and through the apartments. And so he places himself inside of the smoke, hoping that he can maneuver his way to safety and isolate these fights. He does a decent job, but unfortunately, low HP, and the grenade, it will meet its mark. So it will be a 6th round secure up for Astralis. A tight game here on Mirage. They are putting up some real resistance to FUT esports. all tied up here on Mirage in this elimination game
Graveyard, guys, come on!
at the Excel Extreme Masters Kraków, and I just enjoyed
Thought
that.
it was going to be
first
some
half.
fresh trash talk.
No, I knew it was old stuff, but it was just so good I had to listen to it twice. Yeah, I think it's been great just seeing that back and forth between Hooksy and the FUT guys, but also the back and forth inside the server too.
Yeah, I think strategically very, very cool opening half for both teams. Really like the calling out of Kruveni and FUT. I thought that was a lot of fun, but we do have to say for how much of a favorite FUT feels on this map with this kind of being their home selection and the win rate on it, and Astralis, I mean, new lineup, but even before that wasn't exactly great on Mirage. It feels like Astralis did enough to stay in this in terms of how impressive they have not getting wiped out of this map in the first half. Demon's going to drop the molly, but he's got no support close by, so he's on his own for a while.
Yeah, those dual Berettas go rattling, and Hooksy will clear out Demon on the defense. It is Astralis just charging in. Great openers from Hooksy, and that's the B-bomb side grab.
Yeah, and you're not retaking this one. So we're going to line up. Kruveni goes underneath. Jugs plays the murder hole towards market. I mean, I don't know. I guess you go for exits and see if you can get some extra cash for the second round, but yeah, nice pistol from Astralis.
Yeah, can't complain about that whatsoever. Kruveni hoping he can get this exit on them trying to walk back out of the apartments, but missed opportunity there as well.
They didn't win the pistol in the first half of Astralis, but they did convert the second round after losing the pistol.
Well,
So.
it was more impressive, honestly, because they won that all on USPs.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, yeah, and I mean, you still get the benefit of winning the pistol in that similar kind of a way. So
Right.
bomb goes off, 7-6 for Astralis. They'll take the advantage into the opening rounds of this second half. Fist bumps from Hooksy, nice and simple on the pistol. Opening kills provided by the captain. Double kill as he enters in and wraps around to clear out the defense. Great stuff. Here's some of the exit kills. As you can see, FUT just trying to get up a little bit of extra money at the end of the day for the next round bye. Triple kill from Jugs' dualies. They've got a FAMAS out on Lonks and an M4 on Demon. Fully invested in this second round. And a triple B start. It's the right call.
There's Demon. Okay. Damn. Yep, he's really making that 1M4 really sing. The death song from Demon. And he's going back up to the apartments to finish off his work. It's Fuzi waiting here. All of his teammates gone. And a great response from FUT Esports. So both teams sort of trading out these first couple of rounds in the half.
Yeah, this is a great response. I don't think Astralis expected it to be the M4s on the board. Maybe they did, but I mean, Demon's just able to hold the line at range, at a distance. It feels like they just kind of swung in for it. I mean, that M4 just puts a stop to any hit that was going to come in. Fuzi has his isolated 1v1 duel, trying to catch it on the retreat, and now he's going to swing into way more players than he wants to deal with. Kruveni shuts him down.
I like that.
It's the way they've almost memed it as a meme into existence.
Yeah, they were kind of embracing it all. Oh, Demon really messed them up though, didn't he? Look at
Damn,
this.
dude, holding the line.
Well, Astralis, what's the response here? Deagles and a scout.
Now Fuzi's looking to take a shot. Dodges the flashbang, slows him down just a little bit, so no turn at the corner. Throws a wrench in things, right? If you're Astralis in this kind of a map, you're going up on the favorites at FUT. You want to get that momentum. You want to be able to exploit the economy for the first 4 or 5 rounds before the CT side really builds up that losing bonus. That going away makes this a lot of weight falls on Hooksy's shoulders to call an excellent T half now that you don't have the benefit of scraping some rounds together with a better economy.
Ryu having to deal with a lot of damage done towards him straight away here. One peek from Fuzi. There'll be 31 health left on Symmetry. A tag on the scout.
That's a good find early on. I mean, it feels like it's almost made FUT nervous to a certain extent. It's almost like they're giving a lot of respect to the Deagles and to that scout, especially now that the tag has landed on Symmetry. So Bomb and one more going to rotate back. We have 3 players at A ramp. You have 2 players on the other side of the map over in B halls. That's Stare and Ryu. They're going to start coming back now, but I almost think that if you're Astralis with 30 seconds on the clock, you got to start making this hit happen a little bit earlier before your teammates are entirely here. 25 seconds, still a lean towards the B bomb site for the defense, but they will hustle back. As long as Jugs and Krabeni don't go down without any resistance whatsoever, this should be fine.
Moving the way in is Jugs and Krabeni, both with kills, and everybody from FUT finding their mark. Hooksy trying to steal away a bomb plant, but that is denied by Wallbang, straight through the bottom of triple.
Yeah, dominant. I mean, just patiently waiting for that hit to come in. Nicely done. I think that goes back to what I was saying. They don't really overextend. There's not too many, crazy critical errors out of this team, and happy to just play a standard round against pistols that don't have a whole lot of utility. 8-7. Money not building anything crazy yet for FUT, but they'll have the op-out whenever they want it moving forward.
Also, this is a great round to build some money as well, right?
Yeah.
You've gone up against Glocks. Just don't drop a player here. Easier said than done when it comes to FUT esports, though.
So we take this almost like a little timeout in a way for Hooksy. Gonna have a little chit chat. I think this Astralis roster can do some cool things. I think a lot of the weight is kind of on the development of guys like Fuzi and someone like Ryu. Quite obviously, as Ryu is coming in as the least experienced player on the roster. So looking to unlock and unleash that potential onto the world, and I think those two guys, if they develop in the way that Astralis would like them to, there's some cool, dangerous pieces on this team. I like Yavi a lot. Stair obviously has shown us what his worth is and what he can do. Hooksy as an IGL won some of the biggest tournaments that we've gotten Counter-Strike. So there's some interesting pieces here. We just need the strength to kind of show up and develop.
Yeah, well, expected result there in that previous round to be a very comfortable victory for FUT esports. Now we're getting to the buys. We'll see what Hooksy's cooked up.
Krabeni fell, so passes a rifle over to him, and Symmetry picks up the AWP. So we've got that in play now. Nothing on the T side for Astralis to counter it with. Barrage of utility in middle to start things out. Lounx has swung out of the con smoke, and he's going to push.
Demon waiting for them, and it's going to be Hooksy and Yabi to come out charging. Two quick headshots on Lounx and Demon. Now 4v3 for Astralis. They'll put that bomb down in the middle of the site, and okay, Krabeni to come through and deny that bomb plant. Keeps the pressure up as Hooksy now arrives up through short. He wants to get the bomb and taking a lot of damage, but he'll still make his way into the site and commit to the plant.
Yeah, unfortunately it's Symmetry who has all the damaging utility, so couldn't put it in to kill the planter. Jugs is going to make his play. Now a foothold out towards the trash bin.
Oh, Jugs at range. Good work coming back in from Market. It is Fuzi gone. He'll go out to that left side. Jugs going, great work. And then Symmetry also finding success. So that was just, felt a little bit too easy, huh? Just happened so quick.
Yeah, well, I mean, the timing of when all those fights come out is like every player from Astralis is reacting to the other fight the fight away from what they're looking for. And as soon as they turn their backs, it's that player pounces. Oh, it's a brutal way for that round to go, where it feels like Astralis just got unlucky in each and every fight, but it's now a 3-round lead. Plant helps, losing bonus building helps, but you're not at a place where you can pop out a great kind of a buy. So, man, FUT have all the advantages to close this map out now. Red carpet's laid out.
Yeah, it's second time out for Astralis, really trying to figure this out. They know they've got at least one good chance left in them to try and get this going again, but...
I think what sucks about that for Astralis, the hard thing is they got what you wanted out of that tactic. You know, the fast play towards the B bomb site went 1-for-1 with Demon, and you actually get in that convincing.
Yeah.
You're feeling like you should be closing that round out. As an IGL, you're like, well, what I called got us to the point where we can win the round. I can't call us a win in a post plan, right? That comes down to the players individually. It's a little bit of frustrating that one slips away.
Well, a fake execute into the A bomb site here from Astralis is the call, so they'll throw 3 smokes out utility and then just run in B. So Demon, a lot of pressures on his shoulders. And he's got pistols coming his way. Oh, flashes up. Demon still able to recover in time and then gets back to that kill as well. It looked like he was only going to get one, but Demon somehow gets away with the extra kill.
Yeah, staying cool, calm, and collected as he's hearing the footsteps wrap around him. Nice double. That's a couple times, though. I think Hooksy's really wanted to establish. I think it's the next level, like, kind of pain point of losing that previous round and now this one not getting as much as you'd like is I think Hooksy, like, realizes and maybe caught a trend that Demon starts B bomb site alone a couple of times. So when you're not able to capitalize on it when you call for it and get the exact situation you want, it's a bummer. So I don't know. I don't know if he'll go back to it now. That'd be a lot of rounds in a row towards the B bombs. And as you mentioned, you don't have a whole lot more to play with. Are you going to risk the rest of this half and this map on another call towards the B bomb site? Two players headed towards middle for Astralis. Hooksy and Fuzi. Ryu and Stare up in the B hall is going to come down the stairs to join up in middle for control.
Symmetry's got the opener. That's Fuzi out of that. Opening kill in favor of FUT Esports in what has to be the moment where Astralis turned this around.
Different style of game as well from FUT on the CT side. We haven't seen Krabeni be as much of a nuisance in middle. Hasn't been as proactive pushing up. Hasn't been taking his peeks around the con smoke. It's been Laux mostly playing there. They've both been playing it relatively passive compared to what we saw the other day.
All quiet for now. At least in terms of the fight department. A lot of utility being used up in middle. Yabi waiting in Palace just for his time to strike. Keeman's actually over here on the A-bomb site this time, hanging out towards close ramp. And he's still finding success, of course. He's all across the server, just causing havoc here for Astralis. Laux getting involved as well because Stare's distracted by other fights. As soon as that smoke fades away, Stare's given a really difficult challenge of Laux looking right at him. So Hooksy and Ryu, 29 seconds left. They really have nowhere to go. They're just going to walk to the deaths most likely here. Laux and Krabeni taking the 2 kills, and it's a clean round here for FUT Esports.
Yeah, no, this map is not quite yet in Astralis' wheelhouse, and the CT side is FUT is really showing that off. Astralis can't find anything. The pistol round was theirs, lost the second round, and it's been all FUT ever since then. 6 rounds in a row to get up to 12-7. This is an elimination series if you're just joining us. Loser's going to go home. Winner moves on to continue in this lower bracket. Next map would be Overpass, Astralis' map pick to take us to, and I bet they can't wait to get there.
Yeah, might want a little bit more time on the Mirage server here with the comeback, but absolutely, like, Overpass is going to be just a completely different story for Astralis in terms of the level of comfort. We actually got to see that versus Paravision. I was impressed by their Overpass.
Yeah, their Overpass was very, very nice.
Especially that CT side, man. Yabi was looking so good over there.
Yeah, but, you know, FUT's going to... We'll talk about that map, too. We'll save some of the gold for Overpass.
Okay, so we got FUT going for something... Or rather, Astralis going for something simple as they head over towards the A site. Going to be a full commitment. 2 through Palace, 3 through ramp. He got some weaknesses in terms of weapons. Hopefully the mob mentality works out.
It's all going to be about the initial contact, the initial fights provided by Laux and Jugs at this B defense, or this A defense, excuse me.
Yeah, well, Juke's going to wait here on default. They're flooding out. He's completely blinded, so Ryu was able to get something done, but then Laux just swipes away 2 right away with the AK-47. Fuzi and Yabi keeping the fight going, but it's all on Fuzi now, hoping if he can somehow win this clutch to keep Astralis in it. He's got plenty of time. He's got the bomb in his back, and he's out of that.
All right, he's going to be chilling. Probably going to use a lot of this clock as well. Going to reposition over towards Palace. Wants to at least burn enough seconds for FUT to have to respect the B bomb site and the middle of the map, so they would change their positions to protect against that. Symmetry already kind of considering that Fuzi's doing something sneaky. Been spotted now, but it's too late. Can't stop that shot. Demon falls. And now the entire map opens up and advantage moves to Fuzi.
Yeah, Fuzi to clutch up and keep Astralis going here on Mirage for at least a little bit longer. He's going to go over towards the ramp. Symmetry's all the way back at jungle. He's got that long cross. If Symmetry doesn't move off, well, he actually has the lineup.
As long as he doesn't second guess his intuition.
Yeah, exactly. How long does he hold it? Symmetry looking to close the map, and that's exactly what he'll do. A yell from FUT Esports as Mirage continues to be their home ground. They take a win versus Astralis as they now move into the second map of play of Overpass. They're one map up, looking to survive here in Kraków.
I love watching this team, man. I love seeing them continue to get map wins, continuing to get series wins, continue their play here, because it feels like every single new challenges. And honestly, FUT has once again just impressed us and just shown a really good level. I think we're getting to a point now where this team, I know it's still kind of like early on where they've popped off. We have to see how teams are going to react to FUT. I think this is the event that's kind of going to put them on the map. And what are they going to do now that teams come into every event, every match against them, preparing for them, expecting them, not underestimating them?
Exactly. Well, we'll have to wait and see. That comes in the future, but let's see if they can stay alive a little bit longer here in Kraków. They move on to Overpass. As you mentioned, not a map their slouches on either. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of level they're going to bring to the server here. Plenty of utility coming into this pistol round for Laux and Jukes. Same for Hoaxy and Stare.
Very calm on the pistol from Astralis. Just kind of walking forward, you have Ryu with the P250, as you mentioned, just leading the way, just peeking up into the A bomb site. He's over at Divider towards that A bomb site, and Astralis is happy to give him plenty of time to see if he can find a fight. No commitment, though. Look at the bomb, way far back, still by playground.
Yeah, Fuzi's just poking and prodding to see if he can get a fight to go his way early.
And applying a good amount of pressure as well. Look at the way the defense has shifted. At the B bomb site, they've backed all the way off to play towards Graffiti. 3 players have positioned themselves at the A bomb site. So Astralis have successfully worked this defense out of the B bomb site they want to attack.
Now they're setting up for the take of that B bomb site. Smoke will start to fade it short, and then Astralis will throw their own utility in, but there's only 20 seconds left to make this work, so no margin for error, really. You have to be very successful upon the entry, and that definitely does help. Fuzi and Ryu getting a go in these P250s. Well, eventually going down, and here come the rest of FUT Esports trying to pull this one back. Krabeni getting involved as well, and a 4v3. It still favors Astralis, and all the further kills going in their favor too, so this is not going to end up being a round win for FUT. Astralis win the pistol to kick off the T side of Overpass.
Yeah, nice job. And FUT just bit way too hard on that initial probe towards the A bomb site. Just that one glimpse of Ryu made them very, very nervous. Everyone gets pulled out of position. You could see how much room on the map on the way to the bomb site Astralis had to work with that just wasn't being harassed. No bullets kind of whizzing in their direction. No even cheap shots from those USPs to see if you can grab a headshot. So Astralis going to take that advantage. Mac 10 on Yabi. 3 Galils and an AK-47. Full investment from FUT into the second round as well. Scout in the hands of Symmetry. Other than that, upgraded pistols.
It's going to be very quick and direct towards this B bomb site from Astralis. Just leading the charges. Yabi on the Mac 10, keeping it simple. Looking to charge into the defensive players. No success, though, as Laux in that 5-7 has just put a stop to the Astralis attack for the time being. It's thrown a spanner into the works, and Astralis have come to a grinding halt towards this B bomb site.
Yeah, you gotta. This is the point in the round, though. It's a little nerve-wracking if you're FUT. Don't give away any cheap kills with these pistols. You can't afford it. Don't give away anything through that smoke. Stare is gonna try and flex a little bit, working along the back wall. That's a deagle shot from Krabeni from downtown. And a 1v3 for Fuzi.
It's just like Mirage. No, you can't convert the pistol round victory. Neither of these sides capable of doing it so far in this series. It is FUT Esports answering back. And honestly, that looked good for Astralis on the initial play forward. They created the space. They got the initial kill. Then Yabi just wasn't able to take them down towards the back of the site when they were a little bit further away for that Mac 10.
It's just the number of players there from FUT around the utility route.
Right.
Like, look at these kills Laux gets. Well, this is the deagle shot, but Laux is playing around smokes. Like, there's so much chaos blocking vision, blocking his pathway to step into fights. That's just a really nice play made. And he was the one who got them started back on Mirage as well. He got him on the good foot.
You were trying to find a different word.
I wasn't.
Just embrace it, man. Just embrace your love of me, Jason. As soon as you do that, life's just going to come a little bit easier.
Don't be ashamed.
Exactly. Love yourself. And feet. All right, we've got a Scout L for Fuzi, 3 Deagles, and a Glock. Lock rhymes a sock. I know that gets you going too, Jason.
I know, that's my thing. That's all I was thinking about.
All right, just taking the time, hanging out.
Yeah, milk a little bit of utility if you can. See if anyone's pushed up. They're just looking for a little bit of a foothold. They have some utility to execute into the bomb site. They're just waiting for the moment.
You didn't mean that, did you?
No, I didn't. I hate it so much.
It's so ridiculous. Yes,
It's
looking for a foothold.
The name of a team that realizes the words you use when you cast.
it's like big.
Yeah.
It merely casting big always makes you realize how limited your vocabulary really is
to describe objects of increased size.
Yes, you're not used to it. You see. 35 seconds.
Well struck, yeah.
Not a lot of time left here in the round for Astralis as they get ever closer to the A side. We've got Jukes around the back.
I like that he's not making his play yet. He wants action to begin.
Yeah, nice and easy that. Once he gets the chance, the Khalil just melting him away. And then we got Ryu getting involved with a deagle of his own. So, just a little bit of impact. 9 seconds left, really rotting the clock as long as possible here before they leap forward for a bomb plant, but it's denied as well, so no mercy whatsoever. A couple of kills that from Astralis.
Yeah, not too shabby. They do get into the bomb site, but FUT collapses on him there. So, next round coming in, 2-1. See a big save, and I mean now you have a real chance if you're FUT. This is where you get to grow the economy. This is where you get to focus on preserving life and just having a clean round where you get to go into the first gunny with plenty of money behind you.
What were some of the things you liked from Astralis and Overpass yesterday?
I like the way. I like the way they were kind of. I mean, a lot of it was on the CT side. I like the way they were like happy to let Paravision just kind of work the map and play far back. They threw a couple like aggressive pushes in the mid round into the mix to get some information. But more than anything, they were like, "You guys, we'll play blinds because you guys are just going to burn the clock and execute, and we'll hold on to all of our utilities and make those executes awkward."
If anything, though, the T side was a little bit worrying because we had that comeback from Paravision right down to the final round of regulation, and the only reason that didn't go into overtime was Ryu had
that's right.
sort of an outlier round where he got that double entry going through bathroom. So if that doesn't happen, you probably have to go into OT, and it felt like Paravision could have even rounded out Overpass there. So the T side was definitely a weakness for Astralis, and it's a worrying start. We'll wait until we get into the gun rounds again before we continue that conversation, but it's certainly something to be aware of.
Worrying start in the sense they have to claw themselves out of a hole and don't get to kind of build upon the pistol round, but that's a nice round right there to help you kind of start getting over the hump and getting back into things. 3 kills in a round you don't invest a whole lot into. You get to the bomb site yet again with some frags, so limiting some money, and now instead of, we mentioned the goal being preserving economy, it's gone the opposite direction. Lounx only has 500 left in the bank. I mean, 4 players are less than 1,000, so Astralis does a good job of limiting rebuys, but they need a win here to capitalize on that success.
Well, it's very quick here for Astralis to get in towards water. You've got Fuzi running with the AWP, even through the smoke. Very aggressive for an AWPer. Fearless play here from Fuzi, and the rest of his teammates trying to get out of Monster.
Well, it's because they want to be aggressive in Monster as well, so that AWP angle from Fuzi helps protect this push-out Monster, but all the counter utility Astralis like, actually, we don't want to mention, we don't want to mess with that, and we're actually kind of happy that we just forced out all those counter nades. So now the question that FUT has to ask themselves is, how do we want to figure this out? Is this a situation where Astralis sees all that counter utility fly out and they just re-exec because now we don't have the flashbangs, we don't have all the Molotovs to put in their way? Are they going to readjust on the map? Do you want to go find information? Instead, FUT decides to just keep 4 players stacked here. Symmetry with the AWP up in heaven.
Under a minute on this clock now. Time ticking on, and Symmetry, and the nice shot flicks out towards Yabi. Ryu to respond himself, and a 4v4 as Ryu is showing up in a big way now on this B-bomb side. Finally put in the ground by Jukes. That bomb's still not planted, and that's a problem here for Astralis as they continue to lose members at the hand of Jukes.
Yeah, and Fuzi hasn't been able to get involved in the action. He's just trying to play support with the AWP, but that option is gone now. You got to do something to help Hooksy get into this site. That smoke's going to fade shortly, and then you won't have the comfort to transition into the plant. Oh, missed shot narrowly, but they needed it. 22 seconds.
Walking ever closer into the middle of the site. Hooksy tries to flick down, but Jukes is having one hell of a round here. 3 kills picked up from the water. And that's it. You can't do much if you're Astralis. Just remember how quick this round started with their intent towards the B-bomb site, and they just never really break beyond the chokehold.
I think that's a great read of the scenario from FUT. Just saying, you guys really wanted to bully us at this B-bomb site early. You just noticed we threw out all of our counter utility. We now don't have that if you come back and re-exec, so we're just going to keep 4 players parked here. And that's just the number of bodies. It's great kills from Ryu to get some of those openings, but because there were so many people already at the bomb site, there wasn't space to be taken off of them. Took down the AWPer up in heaven, and normally you feel like that's going to give you a little bit of safety, but it just wasn't there.
Yeah, and already a timeout being taken here for Astralis. Not comfortable with how this T side has started. They don't get a bomb plant in this round, which means no extra cash to squeeze out those AKs and armor. So you're in a situation where, yes, you've saved the AWP of Fuzi, but you don't really have a whole lot else to put around it.
No, you don't. So what's the decision then? You at least you had a play called there for Fuzi to get aggressive at the start of the round, right? He got up the sandbags as quick as humanly possible and held that line, just never had an option for a fight. That defense was so passive. He basically holds the line at the pillar to cut that bomb site in half, but no one ever crossed it. No one ever peeked into it. So now if you're Fuzi, you might feel like you almost have to be more aggressive at this round if you want to go create the opportunities for your teammates.
Oh, get right, Blancs. That feels rough, but that is the one way you have to open things up. So Fuzi grabbing the first kill of the round here for Astralis. Yes, they've got weaker weapons still across the board, but having that advantage in terms of the player count department might just be the way for Astralis to get into this.
Nice to have a player like that on the team that could just go find you a kill in that kind of a scenario. It's not obviously not an easy shot to hit and not an easy point to decide to be aggressive as the AWPer.
Hey, Fuzi had a couple of big moments yesterday against Paravision.
He did.
There's periods of that game where he was just dominating, taking over the server.
You haven't seen the... Ooh, hold the phone. Good flashbang, taking the AWP off the angle. Symmetry won't want to mess with that yet again, but it leaves Krebeni on an island over in bathrooms. And this is an M4 that can be recovered if he goes down.
Oh, good reaction, being aware that Stair could have been on his blind side. Looks his crosshair out, evens out the numbers. But then Fuzi's got another chance, and they know what that AWP is.
Yeah, flashbang not nearly as effective as he would have liked. It did pop in the open, but AWP is so far back that it doesn't truly blind Fuzi. So again, that's the M4 on the ground. They can actually go out towards long if they want to spend the time to go recover it. 4 on 3. It's Symmetry alone at the A bomb site with an AWP, but the B defense is pushing forward to come for a flank up con.
Symmetry are retreating further away from the fire and the flames.
Need that.
Yeah, definitely needed to nail that one. 9 seconds, limited time here. Astralis gonna get that bomb down right now. You gotta start it. Fuzi denied. It's Demon who just comes in from behind, and that is it. There's no time to recover that bomb and get it planted again. Demon dishes out a little steal that, and that's 5-1 now for FUT.
And again, just smart play from FUT, even in a disadvantaged situation. And Symmetry's not trying to win the round by doing something crazy with the AWP. That execute comes in, and he's like, you know what? The fight's not there for me. I got my teammate in the flank position. I'm going to back off and live. And Hooksy's starting to get frustrated and stressed because it feels like they're not getting too many clean opportunities despite this pick from Fuzi, not able to build upon it, despite this follow-up from Fuzi, not able to do anything with it. Great round with the AWP, but not able to pull out the win. So AK's back in hand. Yabi's back down to a deagle.
Over the top of the smoke, Fuzi has found success again, getting an opening kill here for his team. Can Astralis make anything of it this time?
Well, they've got the weapons to capitalize this time. It's not deagles following up that opening pick. It's AK-47s. There's a deagle. One deagle.
In the hands of old Yabi.
He's the one who passed the AWP over to Fuzi to get them that opening kill. And once again, Astralis have found the weak bomb site. It's only Jugs here. And yeah, he's been phenomenal so far in these positions, but he's got the entire weight of Astralis' attack coming on him and only him.
Yeah, well, Jugs waiting. They start coming through short right now. Jugs gets the rifle out, gets toppled, no problem. Ryu, the dome in with the AK-47, and Astralis flood all over the site.
Yeah, they'll get their second round. A call for a save as the A bomb site was stacked, so nobody even budges and even considers coming over to this B bomb site. Gonna preserve the money with this lead, 5-1. FUT feel like they have a round to give away, and they will. So it's gonna be cut to 3 as Astralis start coming back into this with their first gun round win.
Yeah, Fuzi again. Grid output in the early stage of the round with that AWP. Blanc's attempting to hold on to the M4. Needs to be quite careful here.
Did Yabi have that deagle from the previous round? Was that saved? I'm wondering.
Yeah, I can't recall.
Yeah, I couldn't either. It happened so long ago. 5-2, 3-round lead, bomb goes off. Fist bumps all around so you could start getting a little bit hyped up on the Astralis side. It's FUT who's going to call their timeout to talk things over before this even has a chance of spiraling out of control, looking to respond immediately. I think now you got to have the conversation of let's not be too aggressive with our rifles. Let's maybe let Symmetry take some of those initial fights. That's now Fuzi. We could see he's feeling at the moment. They're sending Fuzi forward. The game plan of Astralis on this T side is to let that op and activate that op to find you some opening picks. Saw it in the previous round with that aggression and underpass towards Blue Door to get the pick on the jumping longs. Now we've seen him boost it up over towards Fountain. A lot of resources being given over to Fuzi early to see if he can force back this defense with a kill. And it's been successful, so you just have to put a stop to that if you're FUT. It might mean you have to play with a little bit less information. Might mean you don't get a chance to harass and be disruptive in the middle round, in the early round, but can't be losing too many players any longer to this off because Fuzi's showing you he's going to punish if he gets the chance.
They're setting up a boost to get Lonks to look down into water. Good control here for now for Lonks. There's no information gathered, no one's there. Well, they can drop off that boost, dismantle it, and start putting their resources elsewhere. Lack of noise and presence of anyone over towards B. Just putting the FUT players in the A bomb site on high alert. You can see Krabeni starting to set up with a bathroom set up with Symmetry here with him. 55 seconds on the clock.
A lot of room for Yabby. These are the kind of plays that put his name on the map back in Heroic. These kind of solo lurks on the extremities. He can be a force, and he's found a really sneaky position. Quiet on the map. Both teams have got to be nervous as hell.
Well, an opening kill has gone the way of the CT side, then Krabeni moves forward at the right time, and he spotted the bomb as well. So despite going down, he sees the bomb.
Yeah, they all rotated off, so it's good that he caught that because now they can get back at the perfect moment.
Yeah, well, Demon coming back to the bank. Oh, there's a chance, and there's the kill. Stare packed away. 15 seconds on the clock as the bomb now starts to think about being planted. It's Hooksy sending it forward. You can see FUT just trying to steal that bomb plant away again, but Astralis are fighting on. And now it is Ryu up against Lonks for the 1v1 challenge. Will it be a third round for Astralis picked up off the back of Ryu this time? Well, you have to wait and see because Lonks is repositioned all the way back over to bank. Ryu peers over the stairway. Nice quick reposition here from Lonks. Just chasing down. Sound Q made. Damage done. Ryu's health low. Lonks just doing so much damage. Time is running thin, but he's got the kill. And Lonks will secure the clutch. Juke stands up and yells across the other side. And a little wave give it over as well as Ryu concedes the 1v1.
I like that, though. Put some pressure on the rookie. Put some pressure on the young guy. Make him really feel the fact that he lost that 1v1, that extended clutch. A very good round put together by Ryu, but not able to close it out. I mean, look, that retake felt like it was going to be a lot cleaner. It's not bad at all from Astralis to bring that down into the 1v1. I think FUT kind of misplayed the pacing of how they traded and how they swung into that bomb site at the end of the day, but a lovely clutch from Lonks, who continues his stellar play in this series.
Oh, Fuzi. That's an awkward scenario, isn't it? The timing on that.
I can't believe Krabeni's still giving him those looks. We just talked about that around back. He's still like, nah, I don't care. I'm going to go.
Here, have a go, Fuzi.
Yeah, I don't want to play boring Counter-Strike.
Well, definitely never playing boring Counter-Strike is Krabeni. Jukes, another opening kill, this time traded immediately by Hooksy.
Look how much utility gets dumped as soon as presence is shown, though. The HE grenade, double flashbang as well. They're thinking there was going to be more Astralis players swinging out a monster, but not this time. 1-for-1, we play 4-on-4. Utility chucked out towards the front of bathrooms, denying information over to Krabeni, who's there to have that intel to kind of keep track of the scaling towards the A bomb site, but they're taking the risk that nobody's coming for Astralis, and they've read it perfectly yet again. FUT has 3 players at the point of attack. It will be unexpected for Astralis.
Symmetry, okay, right by Stera as soon as he peeks. Ryu, a good clearance out on Lonks. Gets his revenge from the previous 1v1 fight. And that's Astralis winning their third. round.
Yeah, he just lost a little bit of faith in the read right at the last second. Takes away his angle for no good reason. No utility was up, and actually they just kind of crouch slid into the angle. That should have been the easiest kill of his life, and instead he gets absolutely nothing. Team overrun. The bomb site overrun. Op is going to be attempted to be saved by Demon. He should be just fine to get out of here. 6-3 though as Astralis keep clawing back around here and there.
Making the most of it. I mean, that's what you really have to do. We know the CT side was solid, right? So if you can just get the bare minimum rounds on the T side, at least you know you've got a strong enough CT side that you will still have a shot at closing this one out.
Terrorists win.
This is an elimination series at the Intel Extreme Masters. Third map would be Nuke if Astralis can get us there and close out this overpass. Their map selection to take us to the decider. So a long way to go in this one. Round 10 coming in, and still some cash, but it's starting to be painful for the FUT side of things. Running out of money towards the latter stages of this half as we've exchanged rounds back and forth. Astralis winning 2 of the last 3. So to continue buying and continue fighting and looking to build on the scoreboard, FUT have to close this round out with 3 weapons. 2 M4s and an AWP, 5 7s otherwise.
Oh, Demon. Looking to get rid of his opponent. It's going to be Lonx who actually finishes him off with a grenade. Jukes as well. Success at a 5-7. And what a start to the round here for FUT Esports. Astralis left stunned. The first 20 seconds have resulted in death of 3 players and just nowhere to go. Like, there's no space left. They've just lost everything.
Well, Kerbeni's maintained his aggression without being aggressive, but now he's pushed forward after his initial kill on Stair, and they never expected anyone in Playground.
This is insane, isn't it? Well, Fuzi 1v5. No, he's been great, but not this great. The 7th round picked up for FUT, really preventing Astralis from getting a good run-up of round 2.
This happened at the perfect moment, right as the economy is about to disappear as well. A very clean win. Kerbeni's going to hang out with the pink elephant and just kind of chill, having a tea party.
Turns around, not so much of a relaxing party as Fuzi appears with a gift he didn't want. But now they can swarm him, and he realizes that's probably happening right now. So let me get rid of anything that has any value. We'll throw that AWP out of the map. Fuzi picks up the AK-47 and off to the races he will run, attempting to do some damage and die before the time.
Yeah, a couple of kills at the end of the day, but nicely done from FUT. Good, that's a change of pace, some aggression on the CT side, pushing in towards short, and actually, Astralis wanted the fights. You know, Ryu at the blue door was looking for it. He was waiting for that headshot angle, couldn't connect the shot whatsoever. Jugs falling out with the 5-7 is brutal, and that's just Kerbeni again. They're maintaining that aggressive position without being super aggressive about it, and then finding your moment to push forward and just be annoying. He's got a good read.
Yeah, he does. And I think at this point, Astralis are really, really struggling. If they lose this round, you can see it. 3 rounds is not going to be enough, it feels like. You know FUT Esports are going to have some cool T rounds left in them.
Look at this long push, though. When do they want to do it? Long's looking over at his teammate's screen to make sure he's got intel of what's happening. This double boost, the resources to give over towards Fuzi is giving a lot of space for Kerbeni. They drop offset boosts. I don't know if Fuzi spotted that.
Kerbeni stabs. There's Hooksy. Bomb's gone down.
Oh, that's brutal.
Yeah, it is.
That's even more brutal.
It's just a lot of utility, just trapping them in, severing them off. Now, there is an extra player coming through in Ryu. This is such an important fight to be won, and Kerbeni, again, picking it up. He's just so incredible in the fragging department as well as the calling department. But Yabby, he'll love that. They just feed him.
Yeah, but you don't need to do that. That's what's so confusing. USP is out. Okay, you've done damage. You want to clean him up. Oh, you can't land that shot either. This push was so unnecessary.
Yeah, they threw it away.
They've let Astralis out of the net. That's unreal.
All right, Kerbeni, ace clutch, or it's a devastating round loss.
It has to be an ace clutch at the part of the map where they already know you are. It's like you don't even get to play like Ninja, like secretly.
The other thing is, look at the time. Could he cause enough delay?
One more kill here and it's doable.
Oh, well, he misses out on that chance. Now a decision to make. Does he race down connector? But he anticipates there's probably a target in here as well. They're going to be racing into the B bomb site. He has no time to really be too methodical about it. He just has to try and race his way into a good position. And they've got a smoke as well. So Kerbeni just getting blocked out. They know where he is. And yeah, he's going to be very frustrated. Whether he called that or not, it's result that should have gone the way of FUT Esports. We should be looking at an 8-3 scoreline.
Yeah, I said one of the great strengths from this team was that they don't really kind of overextend and make too many like big macro mistakes. That was a huge one. That for Krebeni to push up and get you 2 kills in that fashion and stall the round out by dropping the bomb and smoking people off and controlling top ladder. You don't to push Monster after that is insanity. Giving him right back, and now Astralis, where we were just talking about, lose this round and they have no money for the last, and you're laughing sitting at a 9-3 scoreline. All of a sudden you're staring at 7-5 instead. A brutal reversal. Could be the difference from a 2-0 and having to bust your ass in a third map.
If you're Yabby though, you didn't expect you were going to be the MVP of that round, but a round came to them.
All right, well, that's an interesting change of the situation. Well done from Yabby handling this. Even the USP is out. He must have had comms from a teammate that he was dinked or that he was low, that someone put a bunch of bullets into him to pull out that USP. That must have been a miscomm in that kind of a scenario. So 7-4, Astralis looking to take this lifeline and extend it and bring themselves a little bit closer. All 5 players quickly towards the B bomb site.
Krebeni hiding out in the connector. Demon, the first player to take damage, but look how much space the Astralis have taken towards short already. In pursuit of a 5th round, the Astralis have committed towards B.
This is a really cool setup. The way they get to protect each other here, and then it also gives a lot of freedom over to Krebeni to pick and choose his moment to activate on the flank when they commit to the B bomb site.
Break the con smoke, your teammate can play with you, but not capitalizing on any chances just yet. FUT, here comes the finish for Astralis. Will it be a 5th round? Krebeni waiting for his time to strike. He will go around the back, but Ryu ravages them on the T side. 3 headshots, picking them up easily. And so Astralis at the end do make the most of their opportunity from the previous round and will grab themselves 5 to play with from the T side.
Yeah, it's an insane swing from what this could have been for FUT. It's got to be devastating when they look at this one back. Well done from Astralis. Good call from Hooksy at the end of the day. Remember, he'd already noticed a number of times they dump counter utility on those fast plays towards the B bomb site. Okay, this retake is kind of on at the moment. Now that Krebeni's gone down, much tougher for Symmetry with no kit. He swings in next there, closes it out, all off the back of Ryu's triple kill opening. Astralis have done what they can, 5-7 at the end of the first half.
Welcome back to the Intel Extreme Masters. Kraków 2026 elimination on the line. And it looked like FUT Esports were going to walk away with a very one-sided half from that CT side, but they throw away a golden opportunity, and Astralis given a luxury of an extra couple of rounds there.
Yeah, just the consequence of just an incredibly large blunder, giving away kills in a 5-on-3, giving away a push for no great reason. 2-4-3 at that point, but still, you gave the round right back, and Astralis closes out the half on a 2-round run. Bring it as close as they possibly can. A big swing on the scoreboard, and now we get live into the second half pistol. 3 towards the underpass, towards blue door.
And Fuzi to an opening kill.
Okay, well, Lonks is no longer playing the game right now.
Sit back, relax, look at the 4 screens around you.
Have a sip of water.
Okay.
Nice thing is, they don't have to bust up the kind of plan. That's not like he spotted the stack. That was just a push and a one-tap kill. Fuzi, oh, he gets stuck on the wall. Can't fall back into cover. A little bit of a mistake. Now we equalize into a 4-on-4. No damage taken. Still 2 players to find on the defense out towards long, and there's the dualies.
Yeah, the dualies getting going here. Ryu eventually taking down Krabeni, and Symmetry able to do what they can, and now it will be an advantage siding with FUT now taken away by Yabi. So acceleration for Symmetry moving forward with Krabeni. The bomb trying to clear out enough space on this A bomb side to get planted, and it looks like they're going to get that shot. So it'll be a retake from Astralis required.
That was an important piece of aggression from Symmetry to keep Yabi from swinging wide as he came over, keeping him tucked back, or excuse me, stare, prevent him from getting out into the bomb site. Now they have access 2-on-2. There's no kit and good positioning.
Krabeni backtrack into the dice box. It goes out into the open. And now Yabi leaping forward into the site. It's going to be Symmetry gone. And Yabi getting onto that defuse. He's just going to hold it. He's going to stick it a full 10 seconds. And yeah, he's come off now. He goes into that peak and he will die regardless. Krabeni to take him out. And FUT Esports celebrating, getting loud across the board here for a pistol round winning here in the second half.
Yeah, and getting loud. We were having some fun with it in map number 2. It's a lot less fun when you actually have elimination on the line. So I don't think Hooksy is going to be as good-natured about the yelling and the screaming at the moment as his team is down by 3 rounds, 5-8. Now, neither team has been able to convert the second round after winning the pistol. No one's done it yet. This would be a great time to have that happen.
It would be for FUT. Terrible. I mean, Astralis have USPs.
That's true.
Now, for any other team, I'd say, okay, easy 9th round coming up. For FUT Esports, though, the USPs definitely have been
perhaps the most difficult round of your tournament.
Exactly. A stack for Astralis in middle with a flash ready to go. This just has a recipe of success written all over it.
Depends on the approach from FUT, right? If it's not very loud, if there's not as many sound cues, then they might just be able to kind of walk into things and grab a kill before it can activate. But if they make a footstep, yeah, that flashbang is going to come into your face. Hooksy's got it primed. Here it comes. And nobody's home. Everyone backed in towards cover. Yabi gets a little bit of damage. Superficial, though, as the rest of the rifles now swing into the fights. Stack goes nowhere. 9-5. Astralis wanted to get to the gun rounds, and that's coming up.
Got to start winning immediately. Now, we were talking about the success of Astralis against Paravision, right? Was the ability of Yabi in particular to just have so many great multi-kills towards that B bomb site. It felt just like a huge wall of defense that you couldn't get around if you're Paravision. Astralis needs something similar today because they do have a bit of a comeback ahead of them already. 4 rounds down just to tie things up. So much pressure on getting this win today. I'm just excited to see what Krabeni has in store for us on T-side overpass.
Well, also, he's playing a good game individually, right? 15-7. So IGL clearly, CT side was reading the game very, very well. So he's got to be feeling supremely confident, both as an individual and in terms of how he's approaching things. He'll lead the way for his team through this smoke as well. Deep Molotov to give a little bit of protection. And now they could start scaling. 4 players for FUT over here in bathrooms. The 5th is wrapping around Playground and Fountain right now to join up with them. So there's an initial lurk smoke at the front of the bomb site to deny information. That's going to pull a 3rd defender back from the B bomb site. Ryu and Yabi left to defend that part of the map as Hooksy joins up at the A bomb site. 30 seconds. FUT really running this one down. And they're making it feel like it's going to be a play towards the B bomb site. There's no noise being made. Astralis have just evacuated the A bomb site. It's only Stair left. He's screwed. He is so screwed.
And when does he realize, uh-oh, they're all here. He goes to that peak. Oh, he actually finds success in the first, then gets traded. Really important frag to come in there.
Oh my god,
why? Why on that side? Oh my god, why have you done that? Oh, they've absolutely ruined it again.
Effed it?
Yeah.
You wanted to say it,
Yeah,
didn't you?
I did.
If it wasn't for Intel, you would have said it.
I definitely would have said it, Jason. That they've absolutely destroyed themselves for no reason. It's like you got the kill on Stair.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they just think everybody's hiding in bathrooms because I don't know.
Look, realistically, I know it seems so silly and so simple and so easy, but in the moment, in the server, that's the inexperience and the excitement of the situation. The clock is running down. Everything's a little bit more intense. Wrong decisions made. But I'll tell you this, that's two critical mistakes that can have huge consequences between this and the push-out monster in the 4-on-3 in the last half.
FUT are beating themselves.
Yeah.
It's not Astralis.
They're beating Astralis, but they're also beating themselves at the same time.
Just a whole lot of beating going on. All right, let's see if Astralis can make the most of that kind of situation, though. Let's see, because there's a world in which FUT can just bounce back after that. They have to. I feel like if you lose the round after that, you kind of get knocked off your feet a little bit.
You meant to do that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Monks clearing the bathrooms, heading into the waiting arms of Stair.
I mean, you are right. I would just say that I think this FUT team is kind of one of the things that's been impressive is that they haven't fallen. Oh no, that one's gonna hurt. Krabeni pulls out his nade before clearing the corner, and now Yabby's got an advanced position. Oh, this is gonna go bad to worse. Dinko, I think it's unraveling. I think the whole half is unraveling. Yabby drops down. Oh, okay. Ryu peeks off from short. Ryu's having a pretty damn good game.
Yes, he is. Getting involved. Finally showing us what he's made of. Why he's been put in this Astralis jersey. We've got Symmetry moving forward, and he is going to fall to Hooksy. Jugs left alone, 30 seconds on the clock. Oh man, they were playing so well. But yeah, this might take a moment to recover from.
I know. Yeah, this is going to be rough. Okay, well, we'll see. They're going to have to take a little bit of a step back. Might be time for a timeout. Little pause in the action to have a conversation if you're on the FUT side of things. They've become unspooled. Inexperience showing in a couple of rounds so far, and what's a bummer about it is you're so close. It feels like you've been in the position to win this map 2-0. You've given a couple back a number of times. Now you got to sit back on Glocks, and this might just be a good chance to have a chit chat if you're Krabeni. The question is, does he have the experience as an IGL to realize this is the moment where, you know, we got to get everyone focused back and locked in?
Yeah, a whole lot of tests now lie in front of him. It's something we've been talking about with this FUT team has been their tenacity. You know, we put a test in front of them earlier on in the competition. You know, if they didn't get a good start, would they still be able to
and they showed
come
us they
back
could
into
overcome
games?
it.
Yeah, they showed that they could do that against G2. Played them very close. Now they gotta try and recover from this.
Another series that they should have won if you remember that G2 series. The round they lost was against the USPs. Trying to rush up B ramp on Ancient. So
there's a lot of mistakes to tighten up, and then we've got a really great team here.
It's actually not a lot of mistakes. It's just really big wins.
Yeah,
you know,
crucial points in the game as well. All right, Fuzi, not too many issues for him there. Couple of kills of his AWP. And then Krabeni coming on out with a swing of that Deeg.
17 kills on Krabeni, leading the server. Fuzi's up at 15, so is Ryu. Starting to scale, AK-47 recovered. Fuzi's in an overextended position, good kill, can't transfer over. Op will be recovered, no big deal. Astralis closing the gap. 8-9. And a timeout now for FUT before that next gun round. I think this is absolutely necessary, absolutely needed. So good call. Have a chit chat, let everyone take a breath. Maybe call a tactic that gets to take some of the thinking out of things and get a little bit of mojo going once again. You're going to see some of that tenacity in action if these guys can cut back into it. You're right. Those were some of the questions we posed. Can they get knocked off their game? Are they going to be able to get their game back? Can they overcome some adversity by being buried early on in a half. They've proven they can do all of those things. And in the game, to keep your tournament life alive, it's an important moment to show it one more time. 1 round lead for FUT. No more mistakes.
Stair. He's allowed to stay in party. He's got a blind spot there. Look at that. Perfect position. Finds a bit of sanctuary and catches Krabeni. Stair off the leash and just going forward. Couple of kills finally responded to by Symmetry, but that is just thrown plan A completely out the window, and maybe even plan B for FUT.
Making a lot of assumptions now, not clearing your corners, not aware of the potential for that kind of aggression. Astralis isn't going to be afraid to throw that in. That's the experience of them just saying, you know what, I've been in this position a number of times. I'm not going to be scared to push up and get into it. Nice double kill from Stair. So focused FUT, I think, on what's called and what the strategy is. They miss the details.
There's Yabby, another great double kill over towards B. Demon doing what he can. Goes into the fight and inaccurate on that second chance. It's going to be a bit frustrating. Let that one get away from him. He's building something there, but Astralis loving the fact that they've been given an opportunity to get back into this game, and they're going to ride with it.
I think the conversation you have to have right now if you're FUT is you're saying, you know, like, yeah, this is a comeback. This is now 4 straight for Astralis. It's been ugly. It's been gross. But they on this streak, they've only tied things up, right? Like, they haven't taken the lead. They haven't extended out to anything crazy. All they've done is kind of match us back. So if we just settle down and get back to the game we were playing, this is going to be all fine. We're going to get that lead right back nice and quick. Important double kill from Yabby. Flashbang, they were shuffling grenades as that flash came in, so very easily could have been caught. Tech-9s for FUT, playing with the half low economy. Half investment here. Molotov to force the AWP of Fuzi back, and it will. So you have Fuzi with an AWP peering up highway. You've got Stair way back out towards long.
Uzi just waiting in behind Dicebox. Some utility going out. And they clear out the site. Tech-9 for Lux going back in long. There's the AK of Stair getting overrun. Is this one of the rounds that get them back into it? Because this certainly could inject a lot of energy back into the team that they just lost.
And no one from Astralis is coming on the flank. The entire retake is going to come to these 2 choke points, and they're very narrow choke points against a plethora of Tech-9s.
Well, can't afford to let this one go. This is a golden chance here for FUT Esports. They've suddenly been given an opportunity. Gonna hold on for the time being. There's the spray coming in. It's Yabby, Symmetry, and Hooksy, though, all taking kills between them. And we've now just got Jugs left alone. He goes forward with that Tech-9. Defuse being stuck. And this opportunity does get by FUT. It will be Astralis to recover. And a really important retake falling in their way.
Small details. So many players from FUT still inside the bomb site. When that Molotov comes in, forces the truck player away who's protecting against the swing up the stairs. He doesn't have the time. The comm doesn't come in quick enough that he's got to change his gaze. Nobody picks up that swing off the headshot angle. He transfers over to watch Bank, and nobody's home to protect against the retake from Astralis. Well struck with utility, and now Astralis have the lead. Round 20, 10-9. How fast it can change. And FUT now in recovery mode.
At least for FUT, you can take a positive that you got that close to a round with Tech-9s. Let's see if you can get into that position now. You've got weapons out again. Symmetry's been a little quiet on the AWP. He's got it out now. Abby losing his health. He's down to 25 HP.
Oh, flashbang out, Stair. Tucks himself against the wall. Committed into this position, looking to be activated by supportive teammate inside the bomb site. That's Fuzi, but he's got no more flashbang, so it'll be a smoke instead to protect Stair for the moment, allow him to get aggressive behind Divider.
Oh, breaking that smoke and Stair taking away 2. Oh, it's starting to get really sad now for FUT.
Oh, that's set up so nicely as well. Credit to him.
Well, looking like Astralis are going to grind out overpass here. Nuke waiting in the wings. Fuzi is going to go for that peek at long. Just looked away. Possibly the worst time and then gets back to it regardless. Okay. Fair enough, Fuzi.
Krabeni hasn't been able to get anything going with his kind of like sneaky, like ratty little style, right? Like normally in most games we've seen from them, he's able to get his 1 or 2 lurk kills, a kill coming around a smoke. This game he's largely been neutralized in these past 4 or 5 rounds. Astralis have just hit a streak that FUT can't get past at the moment, been knocked off their game and struggling to get it back, but right now has to be the moment. You're down by 2, it's 9-11. This has got to be the call that you feel, the round you feel most confident in getting you a round win. Because money is not pretty either. Krabeni drops down to a Galil. Symmetry will have to do the same thing. And you're out of timeouts after this, the third and final chance for FUT's coach to be involved. Coolio barking out marching orders. I love that smoke into the break. Stair playing a fantastic round start to finish. Yeah, Fuzi hyping him up as well. Here we go, round 21. FUT's running out of chances here on overpass. Astralis' map pick going well. It happened quickly, it happened fast. 6 straight, excuse me, for Astralis' CT side.
Slowly getting closer and closer to the bathrooms here. They've got the front bathroom smoke, and in fact, they just walk right through it. Krabeni gonna keep pushing up towards the A site. Stair is jump spotting. He's really coming into his own here in the second half set. Devastating them as they try and come towards this A site. He can look to combine again with Fuzi. There's Laux out long. Good pick on Fuzi. Stair this time, not getting anything. And now it's Hooksy's turn. Oh, they massacre right in front of him. It's 3 kills, no issue for Hooksy. When all of his teammates fail to hit their mark, Hooksy gives them a shot.
All right, well, we've seen in these moments some of the inexperience shine, some of the details get missed. Are they aware of the potential for the flank? Because Yabi is so close already. You've got Ryu there with him in tandem. Krabeni clearing out Bank, pushing forward, and now he gets to call it out. Now he has the information. The retake is all coming from bathrooms.
Oh, Krabeni peeks up, sees the player at the flower beds, doesn't want to give his head away. Symmetry needs to be successful here at long. Smoke onto the site, sprays away. That's Yabi gone on default, can't get the follow-up. Now Ryu goes and he holds that stick, and Krabeni comes in to save the day. Could have been a cleaner finish, but FUT Esports happy to get the win regardless.
It's all good. Lovely flashbangs. Fuzi and Laux just so, or excuse me, Fuzi and Stair so blind at that A bomb site, forced into really awkward fights. Fuzi had to evacuate out towards long, but couldn't protect himself from the side. Lovely strike from FUT to finally get themselves back in. They stopped the run at 6 and now within 1.
Good work from Hooksy to do a little bit of work that, you know, at least keep it competitive. Carves up some of that extra money they could have built up, and you can see that the damage being inflicted is still being felt here for FUT. It's 2 Galils out here, a lack of utility on Laux and Jukes as well. Not looking too pretty for FUT at the moment in that department, but they can still right this. Looking for a tie game once more. Krabeni getting set up by his teammate. The boost, the peer down into the B bomb site.
Quiet on the map. A little bit of a utility exchange, but Yabi's going to get frisky. Pushing forward for a flashbang. All perfectly timed. Out in the open is Jugs. He goes down. Nice and easy way to find a 5-on-4, and even Symmetry brought down very low.
Yeah, low HP indeed for Symmetry. It's going to be Demon walking up through Catwalk. He's going to be taking down Krabeni. He is good of a job as he can, as Hooksy sends some shots flying back. We're looking at just Symmetry left alone, and FUT Esports go crumbling at the hands of Astralis on this B bomb site defense. a lot better, and Astralis do see the light at the end of the tunnel.
I feel like this is the first time, the second half of this map is the first time I've seen FUT feel like scared when I'm watching them kind of set up their tactics. Like everyone's kind of like, you're getting into position, but you're holding back, you're waiting that extra beat, that extra second. But man, you got to say, Astralis being this proactive though is really hard to handle. Just constantly peeking, you can hear the footsteps, constantly moving, constantly getting into things, having information, knowing where the follow-up is going to be, and everyone is peeking together. Ryu just playing on a swivel off Yabi's contact. Perfect round. 2 chances to close out overpass and bring us to Nuke as a decider. And no reason to think Astralis isn't going to do it.
Yeah, they're coming at that B-bomb side again, and Astralis have just been able to defend this with ease. Ryu sending utility down into the monster tunnel. Gonna come swinging in towards him. Ryu just hides in behind the pillar. It's Demon with the double entry. Lunks to follow up, and Jason, we're not done yet.
We aren't done yet, but they're still gonna come for this. There's plenty of money on the Astralis side, so they're gonna keep going for the retake. Smoked out through Monster, which is unfortunate. Molotov into the site gonna get extinguished. FUT trying to take some shots, but nobody's gonna show him a chance anymore.
Yeah, you better just sit tight here, FUT. You've had too many mistakes that have cost you crucial moments in this game. That's why we're even here at this point.
Let Hooksy try and, or let Stair try and create it. And if he gets you something, FUT can come back. Otherwise, he's going to save the all.
Yeah, Nate goes down to Jugs. Drops into 16 HP. Stair's on the march out from short. Just looking to get into the side, but Jugs just had the position. And FUT overrun as well. So even though he didn't want to get involved, he still becomes a casualty.
Should be fine. He had 7,000 before he went down, so money's going to be in an okay place. Astralis just going to take their second timeout to give themselves some extra seconds to talk things over. Final round of regulation. It goes the distance. Astralis facing elimination on this map, but they've at least got overtime behind them. A few mistakes for FUT throughout this game have put them in this scenario. They had the lead firm in hand. 2 boneheaded rounds gave Astralis the window of opportunity they needed to claw back into it, and now their final chance to take us to Nuke in regulation. This young team is going to try and add yet another upset onto their track record.
Can they get overtime? Well, let's see. AK's back out in play. They could all the utility they could want. There's no weaknesses. Supplies having to go to Galil's. And there's that aggression from Astralis early into the round. Yabi taking short again. But they actually back away. Benny just going to be jumping on the slide, looking for that early information if there's an aggressive peek from the likes of FUT, who has been a nuisance throughout this half. Look how passive Astralis are being this time. You know, some early aggression in the start of the round.
I think it's a few nades missing. I think it's also the FAMAS on Hooksy as well. But I mean, too, they haven't done terribly in these kind of more passive setups. Remember, it's kind of what gave him the win against Paravision as well. So going to be well versed in kind of sitting back and holding that utility for late. I think equally FUT as this round, as this half has gotten closer and down the stretch, with the map being decided here, got a little bit more tentative in how aggressive they're being in the opening. So Astralis kind of know just by default, they get a little bit more breathing room in the early stages.
Oh, there's FUT. There's the opening. Lunks is gone. And they're going to go for the B finish again here, FUT. Can they crack through? It's Demon on that first kill on this B-bomb side attack. Ryu, great double. Jukes makes sure it's 2 of his own. And they're into the side as FUT and Stair have to recover this if they want to close this out right now.
Flank though, that they haven't been aware of yet. FUT swapped out to the AK-47, so both players, Symmetry and Jukes, going to push forward towards Graffiti. But the bomb's not planted for him.
Okay, well, FUT's a little bit worried that they could have backtracked through Monster.
They're still not thinking about flank at all.
Yeah, no one's even thinking about that. So FUT's going to walk out. It's a free kill. And so now Symmetry has to deliver. He's just been spotted, and then Stair wallbangs him. So Astralis going to close things out. Overpass collected right down to the wire. Every round required again. But Astralis close it 13-11. Back-to-back days. It's the mistakes, man. It's the big mistakes of FUT at crucial moments in these games that keep costing them the big results.
Mistakes of inexperience. That's 3 very critical ones across this map. I mean, at the end, not considering the flank, playing out in the open with your back turned, you had mistakes. They were just devastating on Overpass. I mentioned at the end of that map, it feels like in this series, FUT's actually played the better Counter-Strike, but it was Astralis' experience on Overpass that won the day at the end. Now you come into a third map where that experience yet again can have a huge influence and impact on how this map actually plays out, how this series closes out. Let's find out. Nuke, one of these two teams is going home. FUT winning the knife round, going to be starting on the CT side. Astralis starting on the T side, attacking into the defense.
Hooksy going to be a lot more comfortable, you'd imagine. We'll see on the calling on this T side. We'll see how it's all going to pan out, though, with Stare with the smoke and flash. Interested to see what the idea is here. A lot of struggles on the T side of Overpass, so would love to get a good start here as Hooksy jumping around the side of the smoke that is trickled down from main. It's Krabetti coming up towards the secret stairs, and Stare ready to wreck him.
Yeah, wreck's a nice way to put it. Demon is got someone jumping up on top, climbing over him. His teammate's gone down. All of a sudden, a 3 versus 5. Astralis making this nuke pistol round look easy. I think Demon has kind of run out of options of how to play from this situation. And now into the upper bomb site we go. Dualies have way too many targets to aim at, and Astralis steamrolls on the pistol.
Yeah, just coming in quick with shots. There's now Demon left alone. 1v5 doing what he can. It's just a single kill. I remember we were talking about some of the inconsistencies for both of these teams, struggling at the start of these rounds, or start of these halves, rather. These pistol rounds and force buys have been pretty back and forth so far. But Astralis would love if they could keep up that kind of momentum they just won from that pistol into the second round here.
Yeah, if they could actually convert it, would be a great thing. Especially when you add in the factor of T-side nuke in this deciding map as well. Get those rounds early so you have some buffer, so you got some freebies to play with moving forward in case things get a little bit sketchy. So 5 Galils for the Astralis attack. 2 5.7s, 2 Deagles, and an MP9 on defense. Stare is just going to make the sprint, the mad dash, dodging all the bullets behind the smoke wall. Early pressure applied to the lower bomb site. FUT's going to meet that pressure.
Oh.
With numbers.
All right, Hooksy, when do you figure this out? Moves forward. What do you do when you realize how many players are down here ready for you? Okay, there's you can see how rapidly communicating that, and just wanted to really force the issue that, and unfortunately for Astralis, they are the member down now as they try and figure out how to get into the upper bomb side. It's going to be Demon just playing in towards the vent. Ryu going to be caught by that MP9, nipping out and nipping back in. And really, it's Astralis trying to fight on to make sure they can convert this. The curse looks to be continuing. A 3v2, the plant being secured in the bomb site. Fuzi goes back out to fight a main, knows his player's there, but he's paranoid about heaven. And for good reason, as he now gets confirmation there is a player up there attempting this retake. So Fuzi is committed to watching that angle.
Oh, nice smoke though. That's gonna negate Yabi's position. Blocks him out. He's got to hide in and wait for his moment to pounce. Comes through.
Oh, swing out here from Fuzi. Looks back up, but his lungs coming through with that 5-7 headshot. Yabi, quick response.
Nice
sends the nade to the back. And yep, that's ripped a good bit of HP off and canceled that defuse out. So Yabi gets the celebration.
Survives on 1 HP as well at the end of that clutch. Just barely living, but a brilliant HE grenade into the bomb site. All the resources he needed perfectly played with that defensive smoke over towards vents. Astralis just barely managed to survive.
Really needed Yabi to step up here. 47 at this point in the round. Goes out for the peak, and yep, getting dropped down to 1 HP. That is massive from Yabi to win that one out. But FUT are going to keep the pressure up. Look at this. They're going to come out with FAMAS on 4 players. You got an MP9 in play for Krabetti.
I mean, look, it's fun. It's exciting. It's a massive risk to take on this third and deciding map. This can throw your economy for the rest of the half into chaos. But you can understand how tantalizing it is when you bring them down to just 1 player surviving. You know, their money's low as well. And to pull this off, you've had to throw away all grenades. No utility left after the initial salvo.
Well, there's Laux taking Hooksy out of the question.
Second time he's seen that setup. I mean, there's only 2 players this time, but along the wall and over at the stairs. So Hooksy now has an idea of how they want to defend that.
From any whole back lines of Garage, he's got the kill. That's the bomb loose as well. And the FAMAS coming in, but it's unrequired. It will be the MP9 of Krebeni finishing off another. And Astralis, just the amount of pressure being thrown at them, eventually they do crack.
All right, well, I mean, at least you've taken out Krebeni in the big garage. So if you are going to make something out of this 2 versus 5 turn 2 versus 4, you have at least taken out that point of attack. Krebeni being able to survive there is so difficult to deal with. Those dinks, they seem intimidating. Not dealing too much damage. Yabby down to 72. There's a flank coming in, so a timer on this round as Demon is just going to end things.
Now, while Ryu casts him aside, take a few more fights, take a few more players with him.
Kills are valuable.
Yep, 15 seconds left. He'll sprint over to the bomb. But getting to the site in time is not going to be happening for Mr. Ryu.
Yeah, and he's going to save this because this will basically be a hero AK-47 in the next round. Pretty much everyone. Stair's going to have 2,800, but Yabby 2,400. Those are the 2 kind of highest that you'll be able to have. So going to be a bit of a weird buy. So the AK-47 can go a long way. But just without utility and just with weapons, FUT stand their ground and just decimate Astralis. So the hard thing now is this X4 spy for Astralis going to be a little bit busted as well. Tech 9's coming in. Light on nades for the T side, so a tough round for Hooksy to call. At least they converted the second round, though.
That's true.
The third round, a little difficult.
I suppose, does it make up for it? I don't know. We got 2 AKs out still for Astralis. Always possibility for a round win here. And they're gonna wait just a second before they start their play. They go through that smoke, and Demon already descending down to the B-bomb site. So Astralis have fought for the ramp room, and they have got control of it. Whether or not they want to use it is a whole other question, so they back away and think about re-attacking, maybe into the upper bomb site altogether.
All right, Jugs, you got a lot of attention coming your way. Reaction will be swift to help out, but it's up above. No one else in the site itself, so Jugs needs to stay alive or else Symmetry's going to have to give up the angle. 25 HP. There's the double. Finally taken down. Plant might be on the cards. Win still far away.
Yeah, it could be. Hitting the pause button for now just to recalibrate and figure out what they've got available inside of the site. So Fuzi reloading that M4. Now Stare with the bomb plant going out there, tapping. But as the time has ticked on, we've seen FUT get in better positions. They got players now waiting at heaven. 2 about to come in and rush over the top. It's Fuzi with the double kill, though, and then Hooksy on that Tech 9. Remember, this round started with Astralis on 2 rifles, 3 pistols, and it's coming out on top for them right now. Unless Krebeni can win up this clutch. Stairway to the back of the site. Krebeni sneaking forward, but doesn't check Hooksy. And Hooksy's going to be happy about that one. This is a very scrappy start to the game.
Yeah, very scrappy start to the game. I was surprised that, down the stretch as well against the low by FUT only had the 1 member inside the bomb site, 1 up above. Pretty light on the resources to defend the upper bomb site. I think Astralis and Hooksy are going to be loving that they were able to kind of waltz in, and that's what they encounter. 3-1, nicely done. And now you get into the weird money place for FUT, where they have to have conversations how they want to handle these buys. Launk's down at 1,400, so it's going to be a while before he's feeling like he's flush with cash. I think you're going to have to just upgrade a few pistols, sit back, and wait for the next gun round. Interesting to note on this third map, FUT does have a 100% win rate in the last 3 months. No,
well, that's pretty who's it against?
It's pretty cool, isn't it? They beat Liquid in stage 1 of Krakow, and then after that, Liquid is probably the best team they've beaten.
Yeah. Well, Monty's not bad.
Monty's not bad.
There you go.
That was last year. That was the end of November, though.
Oh. Oh, a lot's happened since then.
A lot has happened since then.
But that's when they were kind of on that run, though.
That's true.
That was their
They've
first
only
rise.
gotten better since then.
Exactly. that was their first rise out in Shanghai as well, just after that, and where they beat FaZe Clan. No, Astralis going to be hitting into this upper bomb site. Outside smokes. I love that Krebeni has just disrespected the outside smokes entirely. He's like, all right, I'm calling your bluff on that. He walks a little further and does die regardless.
Bluff call.
Yeah, Stare was also just up on top of the silo. Fuzi on the cleanup of that ramp push. And Easy breezy.
Well,
I'll tell you
right now, as we all know, as anyone's known who's played any significant amount of nuke, if on the CT side you can't stop teams busting into the upper bomb site, you're gonna have a really bad time.
Yes.
And Astralis is really starting to set the trend, right? They're starting to be the trendsetters that are just like, we can come into the upper bombs, we can do it on low buys, we can do it on high buys. We'll attack into you, and they've been able to find some weaknesses.
Yeah, we haven't had a lot of gun rounds here for the CT side, being because obviously they've just kept investing. So hopefully once the money stabilizes a little bit, we'll see FUT maybe have some more stopping power. This is a buy round. They don't have the AWP, and they don't have a huge amount of utility. They got enough, but look at this from Ryu over the top. Oh my god, Krabeni gets away with both kills outside.
Yeah, it's wild. One dropped into vents. I don't think they spotted it. Almost looked like they might have.
They got stared down lower already, and Yabby just joined him in the vent. So Demon's already down here to try and deal with this threat, but are you going to be ready for them to be this far down?
Well, if he gets himself in position behind the silo, he should be okay. It's going to be a tough angle for him to deal with, and obviously just a very powerful position in general. So in a good position now, but in transition, yeah, little sketchy. There's the windows broken, utilities out to both sides, and now it's Demon's turn to have a little bit of fun.
Yeah, and he's certainly going to have a little bit of fun.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit indeed. Okay, Staring Yabby, couple of kills between them. And we're going to see Stare get taken down on the ramp here by Laux. Now Yabby left alone, double doors swung wide open, and he'll take his kill on Laux and nip back up to the bottom of the vent. So 43 seconds left. Yabby, what can he really hope to do with the bomb? Not in his possession, and the HP left at 5. Probably not a whole lot.
Well, you know, actually, I mean, he could choose to just save this if he eventually gets to a point where he wants to just bow out. I mean, he's going to have money no matter what, so I think he wants to go for kills. But if it ends up that way, not the worst thing in the world. Yabby still searching. 22 seconds. Not really getting any clean looks. I think he's been spotted. Symmetry just holding the angle. Now, good win. Impactful kill. Surely not another.
Yeah, well, dives down. The fact that he got that so cleanly is massive. 8 seconds left. He's worried about the double doors, but it's the single door that will cost him his life. He needs the kill! Oh my god, Yabby, able to pull it off. That is huge! Just a headshot at the last second. Even Laux finds some humor in it. That is around Yabby. Should not be winning, but 5 HP, 1 shot, 1 chance, and Yabby is a cold killer.
Get them out. Get them out. Yabby's done with this series. He doesn't want to be eliminated today. Backbreaking clutch to happen so early on. 5 health, no information, and drills the shot.
Well, that really sums everything up right now. Astralis on a run. Everything is just going his way. Yabby can do no wrong. 11-2. One hell of a start. You just can't really stop him right now. And this is something you were mentioning yesterday. A positive that we've seen from Astralis is that we have seen Yabby start to step up and some better performances coming out of him these days.
I feel like when he was in that tenure in Heroic and they were one of the best teams in the world, Yabby was kind of like, he's kind of like an A-lister in the way he played. I feel like most of his other teams, he's kind of been like the kind of role player who's kind of got to shift positions around. And I was like, okay, now he's back. Now we're seeing what Yabby can do.
I feel very comfortable in that role, as you can see. And Fuzi waiting up in secret. That fire is going to sever off that push from the CT side. Jukes was sent forward on his lonesome. He did have his 2 teammates behind him, but they couldn't really help out. So it's an easy kill. And now if they keep walking up through secret, there's an 8K waiting on top of main. They've also got Hooksy with eyes on secret, so those kills were guaranteed for Astralis. This is going to be a round where they keep everybody up, unless Laux can slip away with 1 at the end. But 6-1 scoreline, T-Side nuke. I mean, you got to be feeling great if you're Astralis now.
Oh, exactly. You win that pistol, and you're like, all right, let's ride this wave for the first 4 or 5 rounds. Get that buffer going if we can. Except now, Astralis, this wave is just continuing, just due to that clutch from Yabby. It's just never ending. Really piling it on. When this is happening on your CT side nuke, because you know in the back of your head how difficult. I mean, yeah, it's evened up a little bit, but you know how difficult T side can get from time to time. It's worrying. It's red flags at the moment for FUT. Laux is just praying he can grab a kill and a rifle to close it out, but that ain't gonna happen. Yabby again with another. 12 kills total for Yabby now on the map. Getting quieter as the series has gone on. Another chance for Coolio to have a timeout and talk things over. The first time he'll be involved in these conversations. We'll see if he can reinvigorate FUT to provide some resistance, get some stopping power. Stop letting Astralis have access to secret. Actually, you've done a pretty good job setting up some traps downstairs with your low buys earlier. The problem now, again, that experience I mentioned that I normally lean with in these third and deciding maps. Astralis is moving around the map, getting some control, waiting, just playing some basic Counter-Strike, but the inexperience of FUT, they're peeking in, they're playing right into the hands of Astralis at the moment.
Yeah. We got Yabby getting into the hut. Ooh, just about finding a safe little corner here where the fire hasn't completely spread to him. Trying to get out towards the upper bomb site now, running on out. It's Yabby going forward, Ryu and Stair alongside of him. And Krabeni out from Squeaky Door doing what he can. Again, Krabeni is getting multi-kills in these rounds. They're just not really turning into anything. And that's the site overwhelmed. But it goes back to the point you were mentioning where, you know, if you can't defend the upper bus, yes, different variations of them, then you're just not going to have a very successful CT side here on Nuke.
Well, you weren't handling against the low buys, and now you add in Astralis getting, you know, a couple extra Molotovs and a few more flashbangs to throw into the mix, and they get even more difficult to deal with. Lovely T side being called and worked by Hooksy and Astralis. I guess one place we could take this is to go back to, you know, kind of what we talked about with the, you know, FUT having that 100% win rate, talking about who they'd actually defeated. Haven't had to compete against a team on this stature. I mean, I know this is a new roster and everything, but with the experience and how long these guys have been playing, the protocols, the drills, all cleaner on the Astralis side. Demon eventually goes down with that AWP, and it just keeps getting worse. That hole keeps getting deeper. 7-1.
Yeah, and then you have so many rounds like this where you're gonna have to play with weaker guns, and it's not a good feeling. Krabeni gets to keep the M4A1, but everybody else on MP9s or 5.7s. Starting to feel like the end of the road here in Kraków for FUT Esports.
Which is a shame. They've looked good. They've looked better and better, but yeah, hitting a wall here against Astralis. We'll have to take some lessons out of this one if this continues. Long's gonna push up, wants to be aggressive, spots the information, drops the smoke, and backs away. At least gets away with his life. That's the last piece of utility available for FUT on the CT side. So everything here from them is contact, holding angles. I think a lot of this too, the result, remember that early force buy that they tried to come back in and force the situation. I mentioned it could throw your economy into chaos, and now you're in this cycle of buys. It's not netting you utility when you're going for these half buys whatsoever, so hard to get yourself in an advantage fight with the weaker weapons. Good win from Lounx, but not going to do anything with the follow-up.
Still a 2v3 here for FUT, a chance, but Astralis certainly have the advantage in this scenario. Yeah, but he's going to move towards single door. Jukes just moved in behind. He's going to get a kill. That's an AK picked up as well. So Jukes now has an AK-47 to play with. He's going to move off that squeaky position. Just as Hooksy's now arriving into main with Ryu on his hip.
Oh, he tried to do the little sound cue fake, ran back towards radio, comes back towards HUT. I think they were too far away to actually hear it to be sold by that fake. Regardless, now they're going to be eyes peeled towards HUT and Squeak Door.
Yeah, Plant comes in. Look at Ryu blocking the door.
I think they both know.
Oh, yeah, they both know. They're just waiting. Okay, Ryu just kept walking forward. Jugs will welcome that. So it's Hooksy in the clutch. Can he keep the pain up? Can he get himself a 4K?
Oh, my God. If he wraps around him
I
and
love
HUT,
this play.
Is he going to go all the way?
No, he just waits. He realizes the timing now. He hears them in the side already. So Hooksy isolates them into 1v1 fights. It's now Jugs who's just sticking it. It's going to be 10 seconds. Hooksy's not buying it. He's not going for that peek. Oh, he came off. Jugs came off of it. Hooksy wanted the kill. He kept him off the defuse, but now there's no time. And Hooksy's won it. Hooksy has won the round here for Astralis. 8-1. He even gets the kill as the cherry on top. And we're asking them questions of what they're trying to do. Very nicely as well, Jason.
Yeah, politely, respectfully, like a gentleman. The gentleman that he is. you know what? You can be obviously going to catch some flack for how he decided to play that. I'm not going to do that. This is a position now where I think the inexperience is really at the forefront, where we haven't actually seen it. Now getting battered like this in a deciding map, I think everyone mentally is a little bit lost on the FUT side of things.
Yeah, it's winner of this goes on to play against the winner of Furia versus Na'Vi, which is currently ongoing as well. So a very tough opponent awaits for that spot in the playoffs. But Astralis is starting to get into some really good form here at the end of the series. Fuzi with an opening kill. Advantage siding now for Astralis. And Krobeni, he's just looking for a kill outside here. Looking up towards Silo. Gonna get the opportunity as the second wave of smokes come in for Astralis. This time they're gonna play Stair towards Secret with them.
Well, Astralis just playing so comfortably, controlling the map in 5-on-5s, now with the man advantage in just a supremely powerful position. Stair challenging down towards Secret, starting to move. Nobody from FUT has rotated to cover the gap in the lower bomb site. You've got one player, Demon, over in ramp. Kerbeni not going to read the ramp play. Goes up towards Heaven, but now sound cues. He won't be here in time, so it's all on Demon.
Demon peering into the corner, and he'll just walk on out. Ryu will fall. Kerbeni goes into the next fight. This time, Yabi finds success. And then the peek into the ramp room. Demon, okay, gets himself a double AK. Switched out to that'll cost him his life, and the bomb can once again be picked up by Hooksy.
And they can actually meet up over at Heaven. You know, Stair can clear this out. Hooksy can start pressing forward if they want to. They've gotten both kills, one in ramp room, one as the rotating player. Upper bomb site is going to be where this finishes, and FUT is still just chasing the tail of Astralis, so going to be out of position.
Well, dive down on the site. There's a plank committed to for Hooksy. Just on the back, he'll send a grenade in as well. And Jugs waiting as Stair will fall off the ladder, putting Hooksy in the clutch again. Is he going to do it to him one more time? Let's find out. Looking for 9-1. Hooksy burned forward. He's got nowhere to hide, and they do give him a chance as Lounx walks out to the right side. Hooksy nearly got there in time.
Yeah, he actually almost had that one, but nice utility usage, taking away all the space that Hooksy had to work with. He doesn't seem too bothered, too upset by it at all. Even,
no.
Yeah, be giving a little face like, whatever. Timeout called by Rugga for Astralis, so they'll have a little chit-chat at the tail end of the half. It's 8-2, so a little bit of life, but the best you can hope for if your FUT is just scrape together a few extra rounds for breathing room in the second half to kind of give you a pistol round buffer.
And I guess that's the conversation here for Rugga is just like, let's prevent them from having the opportunity to win these last 2 rounds of the half.
Yeah, I mean, look, everyone you play as long as some of these guys have and as long as Rugga's been coaching, you've lost some pretty unlosable games at some point, so everyone has that awareness. I know it's 8-2, I know it's feeling really good right now, guys, but this can change on a heartbeat, so let's just put them away. Let's tuck them in now. Get these last 2 rounds, send them off to bedtime. Timeout comes to a close. Demon does his best and does lovely work. Yabi and Fuzi took their time to turn that corner and go for the trade kill, so Demon was able to set his feet again, so good win. First time in a long time they've had something to yell about. Round 11.
All right, 2 rounds to work with. That's what's on the table here for FUT Esports. You got to fight hard to get them. They've dropped Fuzi below half health already.
Winner of this series will go on to play the winner of Na'Vi Furia, taking place on the other stream. That'll be in the lower bracket final of Group A. Determine a quarterfinalist in the playoffs of IEM Kraków tomorrow.
A tough opponent, either way. Stair getting into the smoke. Gonna keep walking up towards credit card. Kerbeni about to swipe him. And he will. Which is into the AK. Ooh. Ryu, nice hunt. Good reaction. Gets the crosshair in the right spot at just the right time. 35 seconds remain on the round. The bomb towards Secret Stairs. Gotta somehow maneuver that to the bomb site in time here.
Okay, well, nice
That's
kill.
the bomb dropped.
Yeah, that's Symmetry's first frag of the map as well. If Ryu can get some standing up in Heaven, this round could still change. Oh, there's the shot right to the face of Demon. Knows one more is beneath Heaven as well.
Yeah, they're looking for a CT vent player now, jumping in. There's Yabby, a really important trade. 10 seconds, just enough time to get that bomb into the site. Oh, it's all down to Jukes though at the back, and Yabby wins on elimination, man. This guy is so clutch.
Yeah, you give Yabby a 50-50 right now. He's going to win it each and every time, it feels like. He's just got a hot hand. Well done from Yabby. Good trading their way in, and Astralis yet again have all the answers. It's that strong position from Ryu up in heaven. He does a fantastic job being a presence, clearing out some of the defenders in that area, and allowing that upper bomb site hit to come to fruition. 9-2 now, a 7-round lead. It's suffocating.
Astralis looking for double figures. And what's been working for them? Been this upper bomb side take, hasn't it? So here they go. Outside fake smokes, no one moving with him. It's all about trying to crush them on the A bomb site, and that's exactly what Hoaxy has done. Herculean effort in the last round of this half, but then Demon starts to deliver some kills right back.
What?
He's on his own. He's doing what he can here. The bomb is loose and not planted, but eventually Stair comes in to end the craziness that was happening in the final few seconds. It is domination from Astralis, looking like they're going to stay alive here in Kraków and knock out FUT. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Looking good here for Astralis to stay alive in Kraków. FUT Esports, we're seeing that inexperience finally start to show in a big way. They are cracking under the pressure, and Hooksy is giving them the business.
I'd say inexperience specifically on Nuke as well. Like, not necessarily general inexperience of like matches of this stature, but just on Nuke. They just see like protocols of the upper bomb site. Players are always blind. Astralis guys didn't have any Molotovs in their past. Just protocols didn't seem to be there. So Nuke just seems like a map that at the moment, at least in this glimpse we just had now, not in their wheelhouse whatsoever. Pretty crazy turn of events. Astralis just destroying them and now getting to play on the defensive side with an 8-round lead. 3 rounds away from eliminating FUT from IEM Kraków, making their way to that lower bracket final for a chance in the playoffs.
Oh, good shot. Oh my God, Hooksy has turned into the star player. We had that skit earlier on, and it was actually just coming true. He is just the star now. Working really well for Hooksy. First 2 kills go the way of Astralis. At least 1 trade comes back.
He looked surprised when he hit those shots.
He's like, oh, my hand can do this?
His face cam, his eyes went wide.
Yeah. Well, he'll take it at this point.
Well, wrapping around Heaven is Demon.
Pistol Round would put this one to bed, you would imagine. Demon climbing up through Heaven. No one home. Not seeing anybody up that. Under a minute on the clock.
Astralis, I mean, there's only 2 things it could be. Upper bomb site or secret. Astralis has control and has figured out the rest of the map.
Bomb has been planted.
Yeah, well, bomb plant secured. Put down at the back of that.
Fuzi opens the door, just looking for information, looking for any peeks that come in. He's got the Gush and Symmetry as well, so he's going to have to tuck in with 2 HP.
Oh, Krabeni doing what he can. He will be overrun here by Ryu as Fuzi comes in as well with those Jewel Berettas. We're now looking at Demon left, a 1v4 over from Heaven and destroyed by Yabby. So only a single kill goes back. And I think Hooksy knows that they've got this one in the bag.
No, Hooksy's telling him, you guys have to see these shots.
Yeah,
you won't believe a shot I hit.
Guys, we're watching this back after this game.
Yeah, you guys are going to be talking about my one-taps. Got to hype himself up in these moments. Okay. Oh, yep, that's pretty good.
She was like, all right.
The new reaction gift just dropped.
All right, Hooksy. Well, throwing what they can into this. Now, we talked about this. Second rounds, Jason.
Yeah.
Is it going to happen? Are FUT going to win this round?
I don't think so. I think at this point it seems gone. I'm glad seeing them kind of just like have some fun with the fact they're getting wrecked to a certain extent at this point. I think, you know, this could be a miserable experience, and there's going to be plenty of time for misery after this, but in the moment, yeah, you got to give some credit. You just got wrecked by Hooksy. What are you going to do? Mac 10 challenging stare. He sticks around a little bit too long, but still wins out on the fight. Reloads, nobody else there with Lounce to create that space and trade that kill. So at range, the M4 not going to win that duel, but still firmly in control of Astralis thus far.
Ryu taking Krabeni down and left Demon on his lonesome with 7 HP, and the Deagle gonna go out there, and the Jewel Berettas are taking him away. So yeah, it feels like just a few minutes away.
And I mean, you want to talk about as this game comes to a close, like the positives that we've seen from Astralis, like still, you know, looking solid. I think here they got away in map number 2. This very easily could have been them being eliminated in 2 maps. They got away with some due to the mistakes, but I like seeing Ryu play like this on this map. He's felt like as this series has gone on, he's gotten a little bit more comfortable, and he's starting to flex a little bit more, starting to go for some plays and look for some fights. Obviously, the big one is Yabby and his performance. I love seeing it at the moment. I love seeing a resurgent Yabby. You got an upper rush to end things.
Or to begin things, Jason. Oh, well, we got Hooksy and Yabby shutting it all down, and Astralis with a great job done here in the 3rd and final map. They will stay alive in Poland. Jukes and Krabeni. It's just a formality to go through these final few motions. FUT Esports have given us a great show in this event so far, though. I've
liked what I've seen. I think everyone's been pleasantly surprised and impressed, and obviously this series has gotten away with them, and I think Nuke is just them being kind of knocked off their game and knocked out of this very, very early on. That Yabby clutch happened in like round 5 or 6, and it was like, oh, how are you going to recover from that one now? But other than that, yeah, I think everyone is super impressed with FUT. It's going to be fun to watch as they've gained so many VRS points, hopefully to gain some invites to events down the road coming in the near future. It's going to be interesting to see how teams continue to kind of evolve their play style against them. like I think like it's been a lot of fun watching Krabeni, but I think that's going to start being a lot more difficult for him to have as much impact, being kind of the nuisance, menacing, proactive player, disruptive player that he's been here at this event. People are eventually going to start saying, all right, well, Krabeni's kind of a psychopath. He's always peeking something. He's ready to go through a smoke. People are going to be aware of that and more on top of watching for those plays. So I think that, you know, it's going to be fun seeing them have to like kind of build and evolve their game to get around that as teams get accustomed to preparing for them.
Yeah, well, he's given us an exciting show regardless. 2v4 post plant. Here comes Astralis looking to claim what is theirs, which is this best of 3 victory. And survival in Kraków. Relief on the faces of Astralis. Major sweat throughout that. Definitely chances throughout that second map as well that they could have been eliminated. But they find their game just in time. And they make sure that Nuke was going nowhere but the way of Astralis.
Yeah, kept things close enough.